not do that. We're not doing that.
Bro, you're not gonna break nothing. Oh, that was so hard. These are the toughest guys I've ever seen in my life.
On April 25, 2025, officers responded to the Members First Credit Union after employees reported suspicious activity involving a check. The person involved was identified as 26-year-old Jabari Dennis, who attempted to cash a check that had been flagged as fraudulent. According to records, the check in question had already been reported stolen only a few days before this incident.
Hi, how are you, sir?
I'm good. How you doing?
Doing good. What's going on?
You tell me.
I don't know, I'm asking. What are you doing? You waiting on something? Okay. Do you have an ID on you?
I think she got one.
She got it? Okay.
And they say this been altered.
What way did they say that it's been
You see
altered?
how this is, let me show you what.
Okay.
I really got this check from, I would be reselling stuff, so I started with a dirt bike, and that's the check he gave me.
He gave you this for a dirt bike?
When officers arrived at the location, they quickly began looking into the situation and speaking with the suspect. The officers were informed by the credit union staff that the check had been altered, specifically the recipient's name, which was changed to match Jabari's details. The check number at the top also appeared on a list of stolen checks that had been reported earlier.
I got his information because somebody hit me like about it. There are people who
So it was a friend of a friend, basically.
type deal, you feel me?
Fraud department, she said that it's been changed to his name. You want to talk to her on the phone?
Yeah, do you have her on the phone?
What kind of dirt bike was it?
I just get a man on too much.
You don't know anything about it?
I ain't gonna say I don't know nothing about it, but it's like I can't tell you too much about it because it's not my forte. I don't be sitting there studying the dirt bikes all day. I can tell you the color, I can tell you speed and stuff like that, but it's like certain brands and stuff, I don't be not a person that's...
During the interaction, Jabari gave his version of events. He explained that he received the check from someone as payment for a dirt bike he had sold.
Hey, how you doing? This Officer Bishop. Okay. So you're saying the name and address and everything on that was what's been changed on it, and then the check number at the top, that was reported stolen?
The man said that he had been reselling items and that this was one of those deals, but he could not provide many details about the dirt bike itself, such as the brand or specific model.
Okay. Yes, this check is fake. It's recently been altered to your information on it. So that's why I'm here. That's why I'm asking all these questions. All right.
So I was trying to. That's why I wasn't working on the mobile device type deal.
That would make it.
That makes
would
sense
make
now.
sense.
Like, you feel me? Now I gotta go see what's up with my dirt bike.
So when did you sell a dirt bike?
I just sold it to him like, what's today? Friday.
After verifying with the fraud department that the check was stolen, the officers approached Jabari again for more answers. They asked him to provide information about the person who allegedly bought the dirt bike. Jabari admitted that he did not know the full name of the buyer. Instead, he only knew the individual by a nickname, Ghost. He could not recall or provide additional details, such as a first name, last name, or any direct contact information.
You don't have any proof of anything of sale of this dirt bike?
Not on this phone. Like, that's what I'm telling you. Like, not on this phone.
What did the dude look like? You don't know?
I took the dirt bike to my man's that's down the west, and they pushed up the end of the business. I had to go to KLD.
You're not helping yourself, man.
Tell you what
I'm just telling you, you're not helping yourself.
The moment you touch it, it just, so we got it Wednesday. There's no way this thing would have made it till today. And this is stolen.
He explained that the dirt bike deal happened 2 days earlier, on Wednesday, while the incident took place on Friday. He maintained that he sold the bike to someone he had met through contacts while using public transportation. The price agreed upon for the dirt bike was connected to the check, which had a value of $2,030. But the check had originally been intended for another individual named Deborah, and it had been altered to replace her details with his. When asked for proof of the sale, Jabari again repeated that he did not have evidence on his current phone, but that his iPad contained messages and records.
In the hospital, they've got a guy with a stolen check that's been altered with his information. He's trying to cash it. It's been a minute since I've worked one of these. The print on the check is pristine until you touch it.
While investigating, one of the officers contacted another official by phone to gather more direction on how to handle the situation. The officer explained that the suspect was attempting to cash a stolen check that had been altered to show his information. The check was originally real, but the name and details had been tampered with. When describing the check's condition, the officer noted that the material of the paper itself seemed unusual. The print was clear at first glance, but when touched, it began smearing and disintegrating, which is a sign that it had been altered recently.
It starts disintegrating and smearing, everything like that. So he's had it since Wednesday. So yeah, this check should say someone else's name on it, but it's been altered to say his name. And he's trying to cash it. Makes me think it's recently altered. No, it's a real check. It's a stolen check out of North Carolina. It looks like the original name. There's damage to the check underneath the new name, where it looks like it was like scraped off. Like the original name was scraped off.
The officer explained further that the original recipient's name had been scraped off and underneath, visible damage confirmed tampering. The replacement name had been typed over the damaged area, making it appear consistent with forgery practices. The check was stolen from North Carolina, and according to the fraud department, the intended recipient had already reported it missing. Because the altered check had been dated very recently, it seemed to confirm that it was forged shortly before Jabari attempted to use it.
You know, the kind of dirt bike or anything to a guy who met through the train, who had a friend who wanted to buy the bike. So the guy issued this check to him? Yes, but he got this on Wednesday. Today is Friday, so you're gonna go 2 days with no damage to this, but as soon as you touch it. Well, this was the date of the original.
Yeah, it looks like forgery's negative.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
absolutely. I don't think there's any stipulation of knowledge.
Another officer soon arrived at the credit union to assist with the situation, and the questioning of Jabari continued. The check was again examined, and it was noted that it deteriorated when handled, further showing recent tampering. Fraud investigators also confirmed that the original check was meant for a woman who never received it in the mail. She had reported it stolen, and the amount matched the one that Jabari attempted to cash. The only change was the recipient's details, which were replaced with his.
I bought the bike off somebody. Somebody in the street started selling the dirt bike. I ain't catch their name, I don't remember their name. It's the bike you have to register? I never did none of that with the bike because I was planning to resell the bike. I didn't get the bike with it to drive it. Well, that'd be no, I'm not sure about that. I just know about I wanted to sell something at a garage sale. I'm getting rid of old stuff while I'm moving. Somebody trying to pay for it. Why would I not sell it to them? Would you do that with the car though? But I'm not thinking of bike or a dirt bike. When did you sell the bike? Wednesday. Last Wednesday? No, this Wednesday.
You got a check? This dude, you're saying this guy wrote the check right here? Who did that?
No, I didn't do that.
I'm saying he did that.
Oh, I guess so. That's how I got the check, like that.
You got a check in your name?
That's how you, yeah, that's how I
Dated the 11th? You think he dated the check in your name? Right here.
I didn't pay attention to the date. I didn't pay attention to that.
Too much, do you?
As the conversation progressed, Jabari's explanations grew increasingly inconsistent. He repeated that he received the check from a dirt bike sale, but when asked specifics about the dirt bike, he admitted he did not know the model or even the brand. He could only describe it in general terms, saying he bought and sold items without paying close attention to those details. He also contradicted himself on the timeline, at first saying he sold the bike recently, then giving mixed answers about whether it was Wednesday or earlier.
I don't know what you want me to tell you.
I want you to tell me the truth.
I just told you the truth. If you don't believe it, then that's your fault. That's your belief.
It's my belief, but it's your problem.
I mean, it could be my problem, but I'm gonna get out the problem. So what are we talking about? Money gonna get me out the problem. So
Not this money?
Not that money, but we got paid. Come on now.
So you got money for a bike, but you don't know. But you know how much that bike is worth?
I don't know how much the bike worth. I don't care about how
You
much
just
the
got,
bike
you
worth.
got a random amount of money?
The officers pressed him about evidence, such as photos of the dirt bike or proof of the sale. Jabari claimed that pictures were on his iPad, not his phone. When asked about his Apple devices, he confusingly stated that he had 2 different iPods and an iPad, but none of them were with him. His answers appeared evasive, and he became frustrated during questioning.
If you tell it to somebody else, bro. I'm
Tell him
straight
you
up,
can
bro.
give you the opportunity to lie to me.
You tell you all the. You gonna lie to me? You gonna take me in a room? You gonna take me in a room and strip me out my clothes? What? Out all my clothes, my jewelry, some more shoes. Damn, they're not giving my back. Hold on, man. Let's not do that. We're not doing that. Bro, you're not gonna break nothing. Oh, that was so hard. He's the toughest guy I've ever seen in my life. Oh my God.
The situation eventually escalated to a physical arrest when Jabari resisted cooperation. Officers attempted to detain him, but he became uncooperative, struggling as they tried to secure him. The scene became tense as multiple officers worked to place him in restraints. During the struggle, he complained about his arm being twisted and accused the officers of being too aggressive.
It's the same guy from earlier.
Larry's leaving the night. She was 10-3.
Slip on that, sir. Take these chains off.
The right one, I'll tell you that.
You don't know your wrist right here.
Once restrained, officers collected his belongings, including the fraudulent check and personal property. They coordinated transportation for him to the station, while another officer handled radio communication, mentioning other incidents they had to respond to. Blood was noticed on one officer's hand, likely from minor injuries sustained during the struggle. The official charges brought against him included third-degree felony forgery and misdemeanor obstruction or hindering law enforcement. This was not Jabari's first encounter with police. Records showed it was his third run-in with the law in recent years, demonstrating a pattern of legal troubles. Following this incident, he was held in custody for a total of 26 days. After that period, his case was moved to the Superior Court, where legal proceedings were set to continue. Although the exact outcome of his trial was still pending, the seriousness of the charges placed him at risk of significant penalties. Forgery involving stolen checks carries potential long-term consequences, and the repeated nature of his offenses could influence the court's decision. Don't forget to give this video a like, smash that subscribe button, and also ring that notification bell for more upcoming uploads.